Griddle. What happens when you cross a pit boss smoker with a Blackstone flat top griddle? Some of the best cowboy beans you will ever taste. Let's get it. It's that easy. Kitchen recipes. Hello, my good people. Welcome to another edition of It's That Easy Kitchen Recipes. Today's menu, beans. For this particular recipe, I've heard people call it all kinds of stuff. Cowboy beans, hillbilly beans, shipwreck beans. You can kind of call it whatever you want to call it, but today's recipe is going to be a hit. So if you like beans and you like the combination of meat with a little bit of vegetables, you are in for a treat. This can be done in the oven and also can be done in the smoker. Today we're going to do it on the smoker because I'm trying to get the best flavor and enhance the most flavor I can into this bean recipe. Let's get it. Let's start with 2 cans of baked beans, black beans, Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce, Heinz Worcestershire sauce, mustard, 1 onion, 1 bell pepper, thick cut bacon, mild Italian sausage, smoked andouille sausage, and Sweet Preacher barbecue rub. Okay, let's get that bell pepper medium chopped. Medium chop the onion as well. Now let's cut that sausage into small slices. All right, let's get this bacon sliced up. I like to cut it in half and then chop it into little pieces. Two tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of Sweet Preacher rub, 2 tablespoons of mustard, and 2 tablespoons of Sweet Baby Ray's. All right, let's get that smoker fired up to 220 degrees. Medium-low heat for the Blackstone. As always, let's get started with our avocado oil. Get it nice and oiled up. You gotta love cooking on the Blackstone. Putting this thing to use is a really cool tool. All right, let's go and get that bacon started. Like to get this going so we can get all that fat rendered. And we're gonna cook our Italian sausage with that bacon fat. Now that we've got our bacon where we want it, we're gonna take this off. Go ahead and put down that Italian sausage. The Italian sausage and that bacon fat is gonna give this sausage even more flavor. A lot of the oil has went to the edges, which is fine. My patio has kind of a pitch, but I got casters where I can level it up, but I kind of want the oil away from it a little bit. I didn't want it to just soak in the oil. You can see it doesn't take long to cook this sausage. I like to allow this sausage to set on one side for a little longer so you can kind of get that, see that char effect right there? That's where that caramelization takes place, and it'll actually make the meat even have more flavor. So you don't have to toss and turn all the time. Let it set for a minute or so and let it get that caramelization going. And then mix it around and it will add more flavor to your sausage. Taste test. Oh my, it's so good. It's ready to come off. Let's go ahead and get this sausage off of here. I'm just gonna kind of get a little flash sear on these sausage. I'm not trying to really cook them too long. I want the smoke to be able to adhere to them. Just enough to get a little Blackstone char on them. I figure once we put these in the smoker and smoke it with the sausage on top, so it can get most of the smoke, and then we mix it around, the rest of the smoke will go into the beans. And this is an option that you do not have to do. You can do it the standard way. You can still smoke it without doing it this way. You can still put it in the oven as well. So that's all we want right there. Just a little, that's a little char, and that's it. I'm gonna pull these off now. Taste that. Man, oh man. That is some good eating right there. I'm also gonna do a light flash on my bell peppers. And once again, this is to establish the Blackstone flavor before you smoke it. We're not gonna cook these to death. I just wanna flash a little flavor on here. Like I said, these steps are not necessary. You could have took those same bell peppers and put them into the mix and put them in the oven. It would have been the same, but this is a combination that we're trying to combine the two to get dual flavors so you can get that explosive flavor in this cowboy bean recipe. That's about it. Just a light brown flavor char, and we're done with that. Okay, on our next step, we're gonna go ahead and add the beans. There's some black beans in there. Next, we're gonna add the Worcestershire sauce, or the wash your sister sauce, as some people say. Go ahead and add the barbecue sauce. And I like adding the sauces now and the seasoning so we can mix it up and go ahead and get all that stirred up well so it can simmer with all that flavor. Go ahead and add our mustard. Then we're gonna come in with the sweet preacher seasoning. We're gonna go half of that. We're gonna get us a nice stir. Get this mixed up. And this is good to do first so you can establish how your flavor is gonna be with some of the seasonings you've already put in here. I'm gonna give this just a little taste test. You don't have to try to taste all the beans, just to, that's amazing already. I'm gonna add a little more sweet preacher. And sometimes on the recipes, you see a certain amount of seasoning. It's always a test that you can do on your own. People have different types of palates. Some people have a stronger sense of flavor and some people don't. So I always like to use the less portions. You can always add more if you need to. Now that we got all that established, what I want to do now is I'm going to come in and layer this on top. And I'm layering it on top because as we smoke this, the first level of smoke I want to infuse is going to be into the vegetables and to the meat. And then halfway through the smoking process, we're going to turn this and the rest of the smoke will get into the beans. So I'm just going to come in and layer the meat here. I'm going to come in with that sausage. I'm going to kind of spread this around a little bit around the edges of the pan so we can get a little more smoke on it. And this process is just typically so we can get the smoke on all the meat and the vegetables. There's nothing like a good smoked meat. Man, let me get one of these while I'm at it. Yes, sir. Come in and scatter some of these onions around here. And I did not put the onions on the Blackstone for the reason I wanted to just do the bell peppers to get that flavor infused on the bell peppers. But I want the onions to kind of be in their most natural state and let them slow simmer into those beans. Last and finally, the bacon, which has already really been smoked. But we're gonna give it some more smoke. And the andouille sausage was already smoked. And I know when y'all buy smoked meat from the grocery store, it's light, it's not heavy most of the time, but if you like a good smoke flavor, sometimes you just have to come back and add it your own. Man, that's looking so good already. And the good part about this recipe, even when we get done smoking it and get done with everything, you can taste test it, and you can still add certain flavors, barbecue sauces or whatever you want, even when it's finished. So don't ever um, think that you fulfill the recipe. If you're halfway through it, you thought you forgot something, you can always add something to this when you get done at the end. But as far as the meat goes, you want to infuse flavor into that meat. Meat is not going to soak up flavor while it's inside the beans or anything like soup. You need to smoke it or season that up before you put it in the bean recipe. Let's go get this thing out on this smoker and let's get it on. All right, let's put this in for about an hour at 225. We're gonna come in and after about 40 minutes and turn it around a little bit. Yes, sir. All right, let's see what our smoke is doing here. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Definitely getting smoke flavor in there. We're gonna come in now. We're gonna turn this meat and these beans, get a good stir. And in this process right here, we're gonna allow the smoke to infiltrate the rest of the beans and some more of the meat for about another 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then we're gonna turn it up to 350 and cover it and let it simmer. Let's go ahead and get these beans covered up, and we're gonna let them simmer for about 30 minutes at a higher temp to break down the rest of that meat and vegetables so we can infuse all this flavor. All right, the time is up. Trying to unfold this greatness. Oh yeah, look at that. Yes, sir. That's what you want to see right there, y'all. Look at that greatness right there. This is where you can come in and add a little more season if you need to. I've tasted this and it tastes quite well. I do like to come in and sprinkle a little brown sugar lightly. You can also add hot sauce to this if you want to heat it up just a little. It will give it a little heat. And cayenne as well. I'm going to come in and add a little, just a hint of pepper as well. Let's get a good bite of this, see what we're working with. Oh man, oh my. I need a moment of silence, y'all give me a second. Oh, that is so good. So much flavor. You can taste the smoke, you can taste everything. Bean fun facts. Did you know that the world's tallest bean plant was over 45 feet tall? The world's tallest was homegrown in the USA in 2003 by grower Stanton Rory, who tended the bean plant to colossal heights recorded by Guinness Book of World Records as reaching 46 feet and 3 inches. Also, did you know that dark colored beans, like black beans, are packed with more antioxidants than any other common vegetables and are an excellent source of protein, fiber, and folate? In the 1940s, Henry Ford used soybeans to create a body panel for cars. How interesting. More to the story, eat more beans. Well, I hope you enjoyed this bean recipe, and I hope you enjoyed this marriage that was made today between the Blackstone and the Pit Boss Grill together to infuse the flavor for those beans. It's just a magnificent flavor you got to try. You can do it without the smoke. It's good either way, but it's way better with the smoke flavor. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell if you'd like to keep up with the latest and greatest videos from It's That Easy Kitchen Recipes. Until next time, see you soon. Be easy. It's that easy.